Welcome, everybody, back to the Parted Vale in Eden Clave Adventure. I am Ryan Lang, also known as the Mind Player, and I'm joined by my wife,
Cassie Lang, playing Penelope Waters.
the...
Human Aquium Architect.
Yes, the Aquium Architect is a class that we have created for this campaign. It was constructed by my good friend Tim. Tim, how about you introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Tim. I'm playing Draven. He is a Phantom Rogue.
Phantom
Dwarf.
Rogue.
Yeah.
It's really good. Dwarf Phantom Rogue, yes. And we're also joined by my wife's sister.
Yeah, I'm Cameron. I'm playing Amaruel Glendale. She is a bard, half-elf, elf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. All right. Awesome. So before we get rolling tonight, there's a few things that we want to talk about. First is the music we use is by Carl Casey. You can find all of his stuff at White Bat Audio, and he's located on YouTube or Bandcamp. He's got some amazing things. It's all great, and you're able to use it in your projects. So go check him out. Again, that's Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Also, something I want to say is we received these awesome minis, which you will see later tonight, hopefully. They are
They're awesome.
amazing. Yeah. They were created on Hero Forge, custom, and then we had a good friend of ours print them for us, and his company is called Banana for Scale. So if you want to be able to get your own minis printed, you can actually have our friend do it. So again, that's Banana for Scale 2D printing services. Right now they just have a Facebook page, so just search Banana for Scale 3D printing services, and
we'll link it in the description.
Yeah, we'll link it in the description. But then when you're messaging them, give them the comment of MindPlayed20 for 20% off of your printing. So again, that's MindPlayed, like MindPlayed 20, and that gives you 20% off. And yeah.
That's good until the end of 2025.
Yes, till end of 2025. So you have over a year. It's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think with that, we'll dive right into it. Mara, you find yourself sitting beside a sick lady's bed in a care center. Next to you and her is the village healer. The smell of the forest drifts through the open windows as the curtains blow gently in the breeze. You can smell the Gorda fruits as it is autumn and they are in full ripe season. The village healer speaks to you. She states that there's nothing more she can do for the lady. She's done everything she can, and she's used the extent of all of the clerical power she has. She says, all must go eventually, and perhaps it's just this person's time. Although I know that doesn't do much to ease the pain. I'll give you two a bit by yourselves. She gets up and she leaves. You sit there for a while, lost in thought. And then, slowly, you reach out your hand and you begin to mutter. As you mutter, a light begins to emanate from your hand and glow. And the village healer can be seen just peering down and into the room with a curious look. She's curious what you're going to do with this magic that she knows full well you should not have. As you speak, the light begins to grow brighter, but then suddenly it begins to falter. As you use the very words of creation, but something's wrong. Perhaps it's your tone, perhaps it's your lack of connection to them. But the light goes out. The village healer turns and walks down the hall again. You sit there quietly for a bit longer, solemnly, when eventually your eyes rest upon a letter. This letter is addressed to you, and it's sitting on the bedside table. And at that moment, you are jarred out of your memory as all of you arrive at the Lockwood Library. what do you want to do?
How are we traveling here?
You would have just walked over.
We're just
Yeah.
walking?
Because it wouldn't be too far from the warehouse, I assume,
Correct.
where we were last time. Okay.
Are you all right, Mara? You seem a little lost in thought.
Oh, I'm okay. Thanks.
Okay. Well, library, your favorite place to be, right?
It is. It is. Can't wait.
Yeah, let's make a game plan of what we want to look for. We were interested in these casket makers in Nelvalar. Perhaps we could find out more about them.
Mm-hmm.
We had that strange plate that you found down in the hole,
Mm-hmm.
that MM. See if we could find anything on that. Might be a bit of a long shot. I suppose we could just look up anything we could find about this strange creature we just destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Or just zombies in general. There's been an influx of zombies attacking.
Aye. Anything else?
All right.
I'll look for zombies. You look for MM.
Yeah.
You look for...
I'll look for the Nelvalar stuff.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. Upon
Divide and
entering
conquer.
the library, it's a moderate size. The Lockwood is not a huge city, but it's got a decent sized library. You are greeted at the front counter by a young woman who says, "Welcome to the Lockwood Library. How may I help you?"
Well, we're all looking for different things, so maybe if you could help us find where we're going.
Absolutely. Let's start with you. What are you looking for?
Just historical ships in the area. Any history on that?
Documents on historical ships. Well, you could check our history section. We have some books on nautical history.
Yeah.
That would be down the hall about 3 aisles, and
Yeah.
then take a left.
Perfect. I'm familiar with your history section.
Oh, perfect. All right. And what about you, sir?
I'm looking for business directories, information about businesses in Nelvalar, specifically woodworking.
In Nelvalar?
Aye.
Well, I wouldn't say I don't know if we have anything for that. I mean, we have various clippings and records of different proclamations and things that have come out in Lockwood, but that would be something I would suggest going to the Nelvalar library for.
Do you have any historical shipping manifests, anything like that?
I could definitely take a look. There's a possibility. Let me first help you, young lady. What is it you're looking for?
I'm interested in zombies or other and undead phenomenon.
Oh, yes.
Way more
perhaps-
fun than what they're looking at.
Yeah, well, considering what's been going on recently, that's actually been very popular. Many of our books are currently checked out, but I'm sure we could find some. That would be in our, well, she goes through it, she's like, you could probably either look in the section on magic, or perhaps on some history as well. After all, there is a history of zombies in the area, so...
All right, I'll go to the history section first.
Okay, absolutely.
So all three
do you
of us
remember
go?
three aisles down to your left?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now for you, she says, as she kind of takes you towards an office and begins searching.
I'll just tell them, I'll catch up with you later. Good luck.
Okay. In the history section, you find that there are a few books on nautical history for the area. There's one that talks about nautical mathematics and how to navigate around the part, or excuse me, Eden Clave. And then there's also ones on nautical history and the exploration of the halting. There's also nautical history books on sightings of monsters, fiction or fact. You know? So, yeah.
Cool. Are those the only 3?
Yes,
Is
there's.
there any about like shipwrecks? Because that would have been. I've read that book here before.
Mhm.
For our...
You would so on shipwrecks You could find a book on the history of Lockwood itself, and possibly there's something in there.
Okay.
Okay?
Which one do I start with?
Well, you decide, while you're looking, you're in the history section.
Yeah.
So you find a book called A History of Edenclave, from the Wars of the Lich up until the creation of the creation of Drung.
Okay.
Drung being the most southern country, that of the orcs. So, yes. It's, yeah. The history of Edenclave, from the War of the Lich to the creation of Drung.
Seems like an interesting book. Does it have any information about zombies?
You begin thumbing through it.
All
And I would
right.
like you to give me an investigation check.
For sure. 17.
17. All right. So, upon looking, you do find a chapter that explains deeply about the wars that happened. Let me go here. So, it states that the War of the Lich King is one of the first recorded histories of Edenclave. It was around that time that people began keeping records. It started with the dwarves. The Lich King attacked them in their tunnels, and as the battles raged, eventually the undead soon spilled out across the land. If it was not for the knights and paladins that rose up in Stellanobis, perhaps undead would still roam this land. You do also find some information that the war was so bad that there are actually tunnels in the Dwarven Kingdom that are still sealed off to this day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna start with the halting.
The halting.
Yeah, exploration. Just see if maybe something has happened in there that would explain why I found this.
Mm-hmm. So what you find is, well, actually, give me a history check. Let's
Yeah.
see what you find.
Which is that a this
D20.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
D20
Yeah.
and then just find your history skill.
Yes. Okay. I do have a good history skill, which I'm gonna need. So +6, right?
Oh, wow. That's
So
good.
9.
9. Okay. What you find is a very dry account of literal records of individuals who have sailed to or from, or not from, because nobody passes through, right?
Yeah.
But to the halting, doing explorations, but it's written in a very scientific, documented manner where they
Yeah.
use large words that sometimes you just don't understand them. And in the end, the gist that you get is nobody is the wiser. And
As
it's
to what
just
it
it's
is.
just a record of people and failed attempts.
Do any of the names of the people who've gone match the
Have
initials
an
I
M
found?
or an M?
Yeah,
None
an
of
M or a
them.
W. No. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, Draven,
Mhm.
the librarian continues to search, and you were looking for records of companies, was it?
Yeah. I
Yes.
just want to see if I could find anything about the business that we came across that built the coffin in Melvalar.
Okay. So, that built the coffin in Melvalar.
Yeah, because if I'm remembering correctly, that's where it was shipped from,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then it was bound for
Metaclod.
Metaclod,
A
yeah.
funeral home in Metaclod. Yes. Okay. So there are a bunch of town records that she's sifting through, many of which don't pertain to you in any way. And she goes through. She's like, there's not really any records that seem to address Nelvalar in any way. We don't really keep any of those records. They'd be more for businesses. However, I would like you to make me a perception check.
All right. Oh, it's not. That's not very good. 5.
5? All right. Upon looking through all this, there's so much jargon and so much legal documents, you find yourself at a loss for any information that would help you.
Okay. Can I just sneak out of the library at this point?
Yes, you may. Okay. All right. Going back to you two.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you do?
I want to read through the other books.
Okay.
I want to read through all of them.
All of the
one
books.
by one.
So you started with the halting.
Yeah.
The history, there was a few of like histories of the area, all very dry histories. Some of them are, somewhat interesting. Like,
Yeah.
cool. The invention of new boats, the invention of new things. In fact, there's a very new record that talks about the invention of the steam-powered boat. And it's one of these new fandangled steam inventions out of Metaclot, right? Now, give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's a 20.
Ooh.
Plus, so 24.
24. Oh, you got a natural 20. Nice. Searching this book about steam-powered engines, you find that one of the greatest, most innovative companies that has kind of been the forefront of innovating a lot of this steam tech, they call it, is a company called Mechanical Magic is what it's called. And that they kind of forefront a lot of things, they test a lot of things, and they're based out of Metaclot.
Okay.
Would I have been familiar with them?
You would have possibly seen them, but that would depend on how much attention you would have paid as a child. So give me a history check. A 22?
Yeah.
Okay, so you realize that towards your later teen years, before you moved out, right? They had steam-powered garbage trucks that would take the trash out of your area. Like they were like Mechanical Magic trucks.
Nice.
And they replaced the workers, and there was an uproar about it.
Yeah.
They weren't obviously fully automated. They were more. It
Yeah.
took one person to do a job that used to take 3 or 4. So.
Was there anything in this book that shows like their logo or their font that they use? That
No, there would not be in this book.
I think
So.
it's still enough for me to take that as a big hint, but
Okay,
yeah.
good. I would take it Draven returns at this time, or not yet.
Yeah, how long will it, I'm just trying to decide. How far is it between the library and the warehouse?
Oh, and the warehouse?
Yeah.
It's probably a good 15-minute walk, so.
Okay. Alright, well, after Draven has a conversation with a certain somebody, he's going to, after leaving the library doing that, then I'm going to go back to the warehouse real quick.
Ah, okay.
And then I'm going to just ask the guy there for if we could have a copy of or take notes on the shipping documents associated with that coffin, just so we can have them.
He more than happily obliges.
Perfect.
So he says, normally I wouldn't release these documents, but considering you are a detective agency and we've hired you to do this job and you're under contract with us, then absolutely. So.
Quick question. Since the goods were damaged, what do you normally do in that situation? Are you going to still send them on? Do you contact the sender?
Typically, we would take it to the recipient, the consignee, and they would have the chance to either refuse the shipment or to accept it. And if they have any issues, it is up to them to contact the shipper to receive a refund.
All right.
And then the shipper would contact us. He says, as you can tell, he's had lots of experiences with that.
Okay, well, I'll just thank him and I'll take the documents, the notes that I took, and head right back to the library pretty quick and try to find them.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to take a moment to talk to Mara while we're alone, just chilling in this history section
Go ahead.
aisle. Hey Mara,
Yeah.
why are you working with Draven?
I think he's cool. What do you mean? What are you thinking?
I'm just wondering, somebody who clearly comes from wealth, why are you here working with Draven?
I just wanted an adventure.
I think now would
Okay.
be a poignant time to state that those with magic in this world are usually from a more wealthy background, as the ability to have magic is anybody is capable of it. However, there is a certain ritual comprising of certain components that must be performed. Now, the nobles and the rich tend to keep this power to themselves, and therefore those of the lower class society are very rarely capable of using arcane magic. Religious magic is another thing altogether. However, it takes an excessive amount of devotion. You could always try to go the route of a warlock and get your magic from another being, but then that's frowned upon because those beings usually have other ideas in mind. So, yeah.
You running from something?
No. More running to something.
Okay, keep your secrets. Any good information in your books?
Have you ever heard of mechanical magic?
I have actually.
Okay.
They made some garbage trucks in Metaclod.
Okay. They also made the steamboats. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that MM might be from one of their boats.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're kind of leaders in innovation as far as I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool seeing steam-powered garbage trucks. A lot of people didn't like them, but I've always thought that kind of stuff is just fascinating.
Yeah. Seems like something you would like.
Yeah.
As Georgie skitters across the table. Okay. So any further searching does yield quite fruitless. There's not much more to find at this library. And I would say probably after another 20-30 minutes, Draven arrives back at the library.
Well, how'd we make out?
We got a lead on the boat, the MM.
Oh, really?
Just a company, though, not too much to tell us why or what, but mechanical magic.
Mechanical magic.
Yeah, from Metaclod.
All right.
Found some histories about the War of the Lich King and all of the undead that spread across the land at that point. Quite an interesting read.
Right.
Oh.
Business.
Did you want to search the magical section? Because you didn't search that.
Oh, I probably should. Yeah.
Yeah, because she did tell you that.
Oh,
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, give me a
Okay.
investigation check.
Ooh,
Dang.
21.
That die is performing tonight.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you, little snot green die.
Yeah.
So you find limited information on the forbidden art of necromancy.
Oh,
It doesn't tell you how
okay.
anything's done, but it gives you kind of a historical bit about it. Okay? It tells you that it's got some brief explanations about undead being just rotting and literally reanimated tissue. Okay? They have no semblance of life or will of their own. They are hollow shells of what they were in life being controlled by an external source.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Back to you.
I share that information as well.
Okay, and I assume. Oh yeah, no, I had already returned. So I'll just tell them I didn't make out with much in the library.
Did we notice that he left?
Probably not at all.
It's engrossed in my book.
But I
Did
will.
Georgie notice that he left? No, he's in his pocket.
But I will tell you guys that I just ran quickly back down to the warehouse and I got this shipping manifest. It has the information of both the shipper and the receiver. So.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe we should go to Nelvalar. It's a bit closer. It was the origin of this casket.
Or we could go to Metacloud. Find more about
Aye,
the magic.
We could.
I'd rather go to Nelvalar first. Like you said, they are closer.
It makes logical sense, and I'm just curious about the origin. I mean, it never reached its destination. I don't know, I guess. We'll find what we find at either one, so.
Okay.
I guess that's 2-1. Sorry,
It
Mara.
is.
All right. So how do you guys travel? Nelvalar is on the coast, not in relationship, not super far from Lockwood. You could try and find a boat, or you could take one of the few roads into Emerallia. Emerallia is an area with very few roads. It's hard to traverse. Nelvalar is easier than most places, but the roads are not they're not well-traveled roads. Okay? What do you do?
I'm gonna take the roads.
You guys want to go by ship? I guess I don't know how much it would cost.
I think we could take the paths. I know the roads once we get to Emerallia really well, so.
Okay. Do we want to do anything in Lockwood first before we go?
I've got what I need.
Resting probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't actually know what time of day it is.
Well,
We haven't had a long rest.
we have not had a long
We haven't
rest.
rested for a bit.
Nope.
Not since getting
So,
here. So.
you guys spend the night in Lockwood, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
find an inn and spend the night.
Okay. All right. So you spend the night in Lockwood. You can all benefit from a long rest.
Sweet.
So, Tim, if you would like to show Cameron how to long rest in
Yes.
her D&D Beyond
I
right
can
there.
do that. I will do it by.
D&D Beyond makes it so
If you just
easy.
click on your hit points. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, that's the wrong thing.
If you
It's
click on this
unmanaged.
wrong
Yeah.
thing and
As
then
I immediately show you how to do it wrong. There's a long rest. Just hit it,
confirm.
and then just
Take
take
a
your long
long
rest
rest.
Perfect.
and confirm it.
Done.
Cool.
And what
And
that
it'll
does is that
restore
resets
everything.
all of
'Kay.
your health, all of
Yeah.
your spell slots, everything
Gotcha.
you used. You're
Yeah.
fresh
Your
and ready
bardic
to go.
inspiration stuff. and all that.
Lovely.
It just
Mhm.
resets it all.
Yeah.
All,
Awesome.
all good things to have. So I take
much-
it you find a hotel?
Yeah, if there's like an inn or somewhere for us to stay.
Yep.
Nothing too fancy,
nothing
but
too
like
fancy.
not a complete dive.
Okay. So like 5 silver for a night per
Sure.
person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can remove 5 silver each. Now, you find this inn. It's a little cold. There's a few bugs in it, but it's not a complete dive.
10 silver and a gold.
It does
Correct.
come with a breakfast though in the morning.
Ooh, booyah.
Yeah.
What's on the menu?
Well, on the menu are poached eggs, toast with some jam, and cheese bread.
Cheese bread.
I like cheese bread.
Toast and cheese
Toast
bread?
and cheese bread. They like their bread.
They like their carbs in the
Yep.
morning.
Approved.
Carbs and protein.
Yeah.
The waitress is like, for the road, dearie. She rakes it in.
Nice.
Upon being here, you actually hear some mutters of people coming in and out and doing their various things. That this is the first night in a long time there hasn't been, there wasn't an attack during the night, right? And the town guard had a very quiet night. I wonder
I'm
if you had
glad to
something
hear
to do
that.
with that.
You're welcome, guys.
Nice.
Hopefully
Okay.
it stays quieter for a while for you guys.
Oh, yes. You're from out of town, hmm?
Yeah.
Where do you hail from?
From Metaclot originally.
Oh, but you're not there now.
No. I wanted to explore the world, see some things.
Kilncroft.
No, I'm from Metaclot
Oh,
originally.
okay. Okay. Yes. Never mind. Well, that's interesting. You hear of any stories of the undead out there?
Have I heard of any stories about the undead from there?
Give me a history check.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
22.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, history. 2020.
She's rolling hot tonight. You haven't heard anything specific, but they're like your parents haven't contacted you or anything.
Yeah.
But you have definitely heard rumors that it's infiltrating that far into the land. Okay? One of them says, yes, strange things keep happening. We haven't had days like this since the attacks of the Lich King. Granted, that was before any of our time. The history books will tell you that. Though, I have a friend. He came back from Shadara recently, stating it snowed at the docks there. Shadara, yes.
I'm assuming that's unusual.
West of Najm. Balmy, warm weather there all the time.
Oh, Shadara. Never been there.
Huh.
Yes. There have even been rumors of the odd flake in Jakar.
Okay.
That's a mite odd. Didn't we see
Thank you for sharing that.
snow on Mount Dathactus?
Oh, yes, on the boat, yeah.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yes. Jakar is like the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
It is a city known for its harsh climate. The individuals there, they believe that their god who created them blessed them with this city because he believed that them living there would make them strong and teach them perseverance and hard work and being able to live off the land. So, yeah, it's an interesting bit of information. Okay, so you set out to Nelvalar?
Yeah, I guess we're walking.
I mean, I'm looking at the map. It's just the roads in Emerallia that I know.
It's not very far.
Okay, if I ask
So-
somebody in this inn that we're in just after breakfast, like what the road is like to get to Nelvalar.
They say, "Oh, it's not very well traveled. Yeah, it's up into Emerallia, and I don't know if you've ever been there, but they those elves don't do much for making roads.
sees
They
my
kinda,
ears.
they not that there's anything wrong with that, but they travel light of foot and in their own way. My best bet would be to take the boats. Granted, you're traveling pretty close to the halting there, and it makes some people a little uneasy."
I'm really good at traveling roads like that.
How much does it cost to make passage on a boat?
From Lockwood to Nelvalar? That'd probably be a 5 gold fee.
You think you'd be able to get us there?
Absolutely.
I mean, we'd save 15 gold. And you may have noticed that we've sort of finished our job already here.
This is true.
I know that you're technically my employees, and I know that this is actually going a little bit outside of our scope of work, but I feel very strongly that we need to investigate this.
I'll go with you, yeah.
Something's driving me to carry on with this one, and I can't promise you pay. There might be opportunities to make money along the way, but it's not the usual thing. So I just need you to know that before we go any further. If you're okay with it, then let's carry on. If not, you're welcome to get passage back to Kilncroft.
I mean, I do wish we were going to medical. But I
will get there, I'm sure.
So untraveled
All in good
roads it
time.
is?
Yeah.
Untraveled roads it is.
That's
Untraveled
Mara
where I
says she can get us
specialize.
there, and I trust her. So let's go.
Okay. So, you travel.
Oh wait, does anyone want to stop and get supplies before we go?
Mm.
How? Because did that guy say how long of a trip it would be? Or did that-
He would tell you that it's, oh gosh, by foot?
yeah.
This is about a 2.5 week journey.
2.5 weeks.
Oh.
Maybe we
We
should
got
take the
2.5
boat.
And how long would be a boat?
It would cut off probably a good week.
Okay. I mean,
It's not that it's a long distance. Sorry, it would cut off a good week and a half. It'd be like a week maximum if the weather's bad. So like a 5-day by boat. And you're looking at 2.5 weeks by land. That's just because it's through forest, he says.
I'm fast and good at that stuff, though. Would that help at all?
I mean, it would help. Yes.
do we think time is a sensitive issue here? I'm not really sure.
I have no clue.
So what does the party do? Do you decide to take a boat, or do you go the long, dreary road through the forest?
A part of me just really wants to feel at home again.
Okay.
I kind of would like to see the halting if we go by boat.
I'm
Trevin?
kind of indifferent, to be honest. I mean, the saving money is nice.
Flip a coin.
But the speed is also great.
You could use this one. It's loaded, so
Do you want to leave it?
I tested this thing. We tested it, and 10 out of 10 times it flipped to the same side. I'm like, this thing
Oh
is
my
loaded.
God.
Let's
Okay,
try
so
it again.
that side is the road.
It's loaded.
Pros
I'm-
and cons.
I am not set enough on the road to like put up a fight.
Okay. Well, it'd be 5 gold each.
Or 5
Yep,
gold
5
altogether.
gold each.
It's a good chunk of our money.
Yeah, we're not super rich.
And you're not taking some big old boating company. You're like literally hitching a ride with a guy who has a job to do if you're going there.
Let's take the boat.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
okay.
We'll look for money opportunities when we get there.
Okay. All right. You do manage to find a merchant who he says, I'll charge you it just because of food and board. I already have a crew, so I'm not. Otherwise, he'd hire you and pay you, but he's full up, right? But
Yeah, I guess that would have been smart to find like jobs to do on the boat.
Right.
Next time I'll think about that.
he sets you off. I know when the DM like lets you
Yeah,
know
it's
something
like,
you could have
hint,
done.
hint, you could have gotten it cheaper.
So you begin the road, and as you're going, the first day is fairly easy, but then the boat begins to slow down at one point. And the captain begins to take a lot slower route. It's a sailboat, I should say. And as he's going, he eventually states, we need to slow down through here because the halting is nearby. And the land borders it quite close. We want to make sure that we aren't losing time sailing into the halting.
I'm probably already over at the edge of the boat, just like staring off into the distance longingly.
I figured that's why I paused for you.
Yeah.
Is that something that happens in the whole thing? They lose time?
Well, you don't really lose time more than you waste time. See, and he points out, and all you see is just blue ocean as far as the eye can see, and sky, right? Off into the horizon. He says, that's the halting. We could sail in that direction, and you would sail and sail and sail. And 5 hours from now, you'd turn back and you see that spit of land out there. It'd be just as close as what it was. And if we accidentally sail in the wrong direction, we're just wasting our time. We're running a business here, man.
Aye, that's true.
But that
What?
is what it looks like. It literally looks like you could go on forever.
Can I ask this guy,
Mhm.
what do you think the halting is?
The end of the world.
You think that's just it? It ends and we're not allowed to go out?
What else would there be?
I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
There's some who bother themselves with it. This is the world. This is how it has been. This is how it always has been. This is how it always will be.
Fair enough.
What do you think it is? I see the way you're looking at it.
I'm not sure. Interested by your word choice, not allowed to go out.
Well, something's stopping. That's what I understood.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's nothing there. It just seems odd that there would be the appearance of something there, but really not. I don't know. It's a confusing thing. I think it might hurt my head if I think about it too much.
one of the sailors over here in your conversation says, "I think it's here to protect us. That's what I think. I bet you there's nothing but monsters out there, and if we were able to go past it, you woun't want to anyways."
So you do think there's something beyond the halting?
Yeah. As much as I believe in ghosts,
Who do you think's protecting us?
I don't know. The land, the earth, I don't. Reality? What? Call it whatever you want. But I say there's nothing good behind it. There never was, never will be.
And we might never know.
Yeah, that's what they say. And you? You look deep in thought.
Yeah,
You want to go out there, don't you?
more than anything.
And why is that? You just heard the captain. There's nothing.
You believe there's something?
Possibly. It's hearsay. It's sailors' talk, as you might.
I have reason to believe there's something too.
And what would that be?
I'm not sure. Just something.
Keep your secrets, he says as he goes back to work. Okay. As you approach Nelvalar, or towards Nelvalar on the 4th day, you see in the distance, you actually see a steamboat passing on the other side.
Is it MM?
It does.
Is it, and it matches the font and everything?
It does.
Oh, that's it, guys.
Yes. It says MM. And to which the captain is like, yes, mechanical magic with one of their fancy new inventions. Nothing can beat the wind in your sails, I say. Granted, they are quite fast. However, they've been known to wreck. They're not perfect yet. This, I know how to keep this ship where it's going.
Is there...
Just unfortunately, they run a pretty good business doing that. They ship a lot of things from Nelvalar to Lockwood and so forth.
Penelope would be like really excitedly examining this ship as it goes by.
Oh yeah.
Probably like taking notes.
It's like
making sketches.
It's like what you would think of a typical steampunk ship. It's like got the steam pumping out of it and the big water wheels. They're like
Nice.
you know.
My favorite thing. It's Aquium powered?
It is
mechanical
steam
magic.
powered.
It is steam powered.
This one
okay.
is steam powered.
Okay.
However, mechanical magic does dabble in Aquium.
Okay.
The thing about it is it's sleek. Like you've never seen it. This boat, you've never seen a boat like it before. It's made of metal. To which the boat you're on is wood, right? It's
does it
literally
float?
made of this shiny, sleek metal, like a stainless steel, right? It just goes. It looks sharp in the water, and you can see on the captain. There's some jealousy in his eyes as he watches it go by.
I'm picturing it like, like a Nubian starship in like Star Wars. Like the Naboo
Oh, yeah.
like cruiser. like mirror coated one.
Yeah, I could see that.
Some of
Very
you know
similar.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Did I hear you ask how it floats?
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause it's
Penelope
metal.
would love to do a deep
Here's how
dive into the
buoyancy
science
works.
of buoyancy for you.
Yeah. Grab a chalkboard. And
To be clear, it was
ready.
Mara that was asking how it floats.
Yes.
To be clear.
And Penelope's just like, you're stuck in a lecture for the next 2 hours.
Okay, but
Enjoy
I
it.
I cut you off and I paused you because you mentioned shipwrecks.
Uh-huh.
How many wrecks have they had?
Wow. That man must have some great insurance because I've seen 3 or 4 in my time. But they're getting less frequent.
Okay.
They're getting better at what
Anything
they do.
like what causes it? What happens?
I think they had some troubles with their. I don't know how these things work, but their rudders and stuff. But the whole thing's powered by steam, and it goes too fast for its own good sometimes.
hard to stop.
Yes, but it looks like they've come up with a way to reduce that risk.
I think I have some ideas to make it better. I go into my notebook.
I do come back to you to hear your lecture because I love to learn. So tell me everything.
And I will
about-
happily
Honestly,
continue on.
Draven will probably observe too, just because he doesn't know Penelope very well, and he'll probably be like,
Yeah, talking about mechanical
"This
things
girl
makes
does
me
know her
very
stuff.
happy.
She's pretty into this." Yeah.
Very good. And by about the late morning, right around the afternoon of the 5th day, you arrive at Nelvalar. Unlike Lockwood, Nelvalar, the dock is at the land. There's no big steep cliffs or anything. It starts and you can see the forest going on. The forest almost seems... It's not as thick as deeper in Emerallia, but there's lots of trees, right? And there's various paths going up from the dock in towards the town. The captain says, "All right, here's your stop. If you want to come back with us, I'd have to charge you again, but there's we leave in about 2 days' time."
All right.
Thank you.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
I don't think I have ever seen this many trees in my life. Wow.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
Yes, and there are lots of trees there. It's not a thick, dense forest, but it is wooded quite heavily. So
They're prettier in other places. It's all right here.
Draven, what's a tree?
Draven will feign indifference, even though he's probably like,
It reminds him of the pillars back home.
yeah.
Okay, what do you do?
We're looking for the place
Yeah,
that was
I
shipped
guess
from.
I've got the address on my little manifest here.
Okay,
So
give me.
let's.
I would recognize the address.
Hmm?
Would I recognize the address, or at least the area?
For Nelvalar, forgive me, you're from Nelvalar? No,
No,
you're from deeper in.
I'm from just outside.
You would
Emerald
recognize
City.
it, but you would be familiar with how they do their address systems in the country, so
Yeah,
you'd easily locate
I'd be
it.
able to guide the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Follow me.
All right.
Okay. Along the way, just hearing passerby hearsay, give me a perception check to see if you hear any rumors or
Everybody.
things. Yep.
Oh, well, shoot.
Hey, that's better.
16.
16,
19.
19.
Let me just remember what mine's bad. Whatever it is bad. 5.
A 5. Okay. So you are so focused on finding the shop, you don't really catch anything.
Yeah.
With a 16, what you hear is there have been problems with the undead, even here in Emerallia. And at a 19, is that what you got, Draven?
Yep.
Okay. At a 19, you don't just hear that, but you catch wind that that people are starting to blame the Lich King as making infiltration into the land, and that there's rumors that Stella Nobis is beginning to muster its armies to bring an offense down to the borders of the Deadlands to see if they can stop what's going on. While at the same time, the king of Andarsis, who you would known as King Jonathan Melton, the rumor has it that he is bringing his troops in towards the capital city of Andarsis, so to Everclane. And the rumor is that a lot of the farm towns in the south and the southeast are being left to fend for themselves.
Farm towns of
Andarsis.
Andarsis.
As he is consolidating his army force.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you head straight to this shop then?
We might as well before it closes.
Okay. It only takes you probably a good half hour to locate the shop, and you come up to it and you can see written or carved in the top is Ilthanir and Sons Woodworks. It's a fairly large shop. It's got trees around it. It's got a set of double doors that, with an open sign, you're welcome to walk right on in.
So we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's head in.
You open the door, and as you begin to walk in front of you is a table with 2 chairs, and on one of the chairs is this kind of mangy looking cat. Like, it does not look healthy, right? And it begins to hiss and yowl at you and get kind of angry as you see it, like its claws immediately come out, and it begins to come at you when something gets thrown from the counter. And you get out of here, you stupid cat! To which the cat screeches, runs out the door between your guys' legs. There is an elven man. He looks like a typical elf to be in his 20s to 30s. Granted, you don't know what his age really is. He could be much older than you. And he says, forgive me, that beast has been acting very strange lately. And it usually has such a kind disposition. I don't know what's wrong with it. I need to take it to the doctor or something. What can I do for you today?
I'm sorry. As soon as I
I'm also distracted.
okay. I will pull out the shipping manifest, and I will say, we're here concerning a shipment that was sent to Metaclod. A casket was created by you.
Oh, you're part of the company, are you? Is there a problem?
We're working with the company, in a manner of speaking, at the moment. Yes, there was a problem with it. I'll bring up the manifests and show them.
To which he looks at it, he's like, shipping to a funeral home. I have no memory of this shipment. Give me a moment. And he reaches down in his desk. The desk, as you walk in, it extends. In fact, this is how it looks.
Oh.
Yes. As he's at the front table here, and he bends down and he pulls out a book of manifests and shipping logs and everything, and he goes through. He's like, I haven't shipped anything to Metaclod in some time. I mean, here's my records if you care. Excuse me, who are you?
My name's Draven.
And you work for the shipping company?
Well, we're part of a separate agency, you could say.
And that would be?
The Dark Rune Detectives.
Dark Rune Detectives. Oh, okay. So you're detectives. I would suppose you would have some sort of badge that you could show.
Or an indicator of our
Yes. Yeah.
business. Yeah.
Well,
Little T-shirts that I handmade to celebrate.
It's like
Matching T-shirts for us.
messily embroidered on.
see, it has our logo. We're
Yeah.
legitimate. Okay. So he's like, well, here's my logs. It was. What kind of casket was it? Can you describe it to me?
Yes. I don't remember what it looked like.
I'll give it to you.
Let me check my notes. On the off chance that I didn't write anything
It
about
looked
it.
like a casket.
That
No.
it did.
Nope, it says found casket made in Nelvalar.
Okay. Okay. It was a very plain casket.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
I'll give
that's
you
probably
that.
why I didn't write anything.
And she says, okay. Oh, interesting. Going to this. Well, we don't make these caskets very often, honestly. Granted, well, here, let me show you. He says, come on back, and he takes you back into the back of his shop. And there on the tables, there's various woodworking things, and you can see that there is a casket that they're building, and it looks identical to the one that you guys were doing. It says these we make. They're sold with often a lot of regalia and many fancy designs and things. And these ones are somewhat unfinished. But we sometimes make them like this if we're going to sell them to a funeral home as a showpiece, right? Then the funeral home can make any adjustments that they want.
I mean, according to the manifest, it was bound for a funeral home in Metaclod. So do you think that's what was happening here?
Well, I mean, normally I would say yes, but I haven't made one for a funeral home, though. Give me a moment, he says, and he walks back and he starts flipping through his book again. I did have a personal order for one not long ago. And you say that the casket you saw was quite plain?
I was.
Well, that's interesting, because this was normally a personal order. We, ornately carve them or make them quite beautiful. And these plain ones we leave as showpieces until a personal order comes in, or we send it off to a funeral home. But I did have a personal order. It was picked up here at the shop and taken away. Never thought of it again.
Do you have any information about who that was made out to that you'd be able to share with us?
Well, for the sake of the investigation, yes. I mean, I don't want my company to come across as... You say there was something wrong with this casket?
Well, it's involved in an active investigation at the moment.
Oh.
Not sure how much
Well,
we should reveal at this point.
Okay, well, I'll cooperate. He goes and he goes through. It says it's for a Jacob Johnson.
Oh, who's this guy that we're talking to? Can I ask his name?
Oh, yes, the name is Valantis Ilthanir. You can call me Vel for short. This shop was my father's, actually. He sold it to me. I took it over from him about 50 years ago.
Are you the sons in the title, or do you also work with your sons?
One of the sons. I don't have any sons at this point. But, yes. At that point, you hear a young boy in the back say, Vel, I think we've finished. And he's like, oh, well, let's take a look. And he goes back into the back. He says, and you can see him. You can see him from the porch, or not the porch, excuse me, the front. And he's talking to this young boy, and he motions you back. He's like, "Here, why don't you come look at this?" And as he's investigating, he looks at the coffin. He's checking it. He's making sure. He's like, "Yes, I do believe that this one is quite ready to go." And he's like, "How about you go get Crystal?" And the boy scampers off, right? He's probably about 14, 15 years old. He says, "Sorry, that is not one of my sons. He is an apprentice in the town. I figured I better let you know that. But he's a good boy. He's a bit distracted at times, but he does good work, as you can see.
And do you know anything about this? Was it Jacob Johnson?
Never met him before in my life.
Except for when he came to pick up the order?
Correct. Yes, it was an order made by mail, and they stated they'd be in town about a few weeks later, and they'd pick it up.
All right. And who's Crystal?
Well, here she comes now, he says, as you turn, and the boy comes back in. Oh, sorry. I am having struggles here. There we are. The boy comes back in to the shop, and following him is a very small creature. It stands about 1.5 feet tall. Okay? But that's not what kind of takes your breath away. What you notice is this creature seems to be completely comprised of crystal-like glass. And it seems almost as if it has a light emanating from it. And it shines and sparkles and glitters, right? And it comes walking in behind, and it looks around almost with a childishness, right? Like that, looking around at things and this excitedness. And he's like, right here, Crystal, I think this one's ready. And he picks her up and sets her on top of the casket. And this creature holds out its hand to the casket and just holds it there for a moment. And its hand begins to glow. And a spot on probably about right if the casket was standing up just down a bit, so if somebody was in the casket right about where their center chest would be, a spot on the casket begins to glow as well. And as you watch it, the glow gets brighter and brighter and brighter until finally it stops. And there, embedded in the casket, is a perfect crystal, just in it. To which Vel kind of leans over. He's like, "That's our trademark. That's how you identify ours from the rest." And he says, "Well done, Crystal. Thank you very much. You're welcome to run off if you'd like. We'll call you if we finish anything else." And the boy puts the creature down and scampers back off outside again. And all of you give me a perception check.
Yes, please. Ooh, I am rolling hot tonight.
Yeah. It's a 5 for me.
21.
The natural one. And you got a 21.
That's
So
21.
the two of you are so in awe of this creature. You have never seen anything like it in your lives.
Nope, definitely not.
Ever. Okay? It runs off. Neither have you.
Okay.
They just watch it as it goes. You happen to catch Vel's eyes, and you see that as Vel watches Crystal run off, he seems to watch her with almost this loving sadness in his eyes as she runs out the door.
Okay.
Okay? What do you do?
Who was she?
That was Crystal, though I think you probably mean what was she, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot. She's what you would call an incarnate.
Okay.
Yes, they're incredibly rare. Spectacularly rare, really. She's probably the incarnate of, I don't know, crystals or glass or something. I'm not really sure. Diamonds, maybe. But I happened upon her, and I took her to that fancy university over in Metaclod, and they didn't really have anyone, and I took her somewhere, and Najkot, and I found some old priestess lady who seemed to know what was going on, and and actually happened to run into a researcher there at that one point. His whole entire doctorate was incarnates. That's how I knew to go to Najkat, because in Metacloud they said, well, we've got a guy researching it out there. And he told me what she was. Apparently, if the circumstances are right, an incarnate is created, manifested, really. And they embody some sort of, I don't know, thought, idea, feeling, could be anything. And, yeah, they're quite unique creatures.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. And I've seen quite a bit.
Well, yes. I doubt any of you have probably seen it. I'd never seen anything like her till I found her. But,
When did you find her?
it was probably about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's been around since then.
Mm.
I help take care of her. She's quite innocent, really. Very
Yeah.
innocent.
Does she communicate?
Oh yes, she can talk. She's young in mind. And I think she'll be that way forever. She's never really grown. But she's gonna live longer than me.
Question. When we saw her, was she like humanoid or just like a
humanoid? Yes.
Yeah.
Humanoid, almost like with little wings behind her.
Okay. Yeah, you described that she had hands, but I wasn't sure the
Yes.
entirety of her physical form.
Yeah, definitely humanoid, but only 1.5 feet tall.
Okay.
Very small.
Just like a small crystalline.
Yeah, almost
human.
fairy-like, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but not a fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of, you know those like prisms that you can hold up and like see.
Yeah, yeah.
Think that, but it can move, and it's 1.5 feet tall, right? Its entire body is made like that.
Hmm.
So.
Wow, pretty.
Nice.
Nice.
And she like embedded a crystal in the casket.
More like manifested one
Yeah.
into the casket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. Wow. Okay.
We need to find ourselves a golden
the man says, well,
No, I'm just
wouldn't
kidding.
that be the best thing? I need to find myself one too.
I imagine that would be a dangerous thing to have a possession of.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody really cares too much about her. They all react the same way as you have, and that's really it. But yeah, I don't know if I can be too much more of service to you.
Can you describe this Jacob Johnson? You saw him when he picked it up.
Well, yes, he was probably a man close to his 50s, white
Okay.
hair, a beard. Well,
Human man?
yes, a human man. Yeah, his beard was grain, kind of salt and peppery, and he had a fairly thick build, if I remember correctly.
Did he mention where he had come from?
No, he didn't really say.
Okay.
He seemed to be on business of some sort. So, for all I know, he came from a funeral home himself and just wanted to pick it up. But I find it strange that I had a casket ordered. Nothing special done to it. It's a personal order. And now you tell me there's a casket that turns up that I do not recall shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's interesting that if you didn't ship it, your name would have been on the manifest.
Yes?
Well, we're going to be in town for a few days. If anything comes to your mind or if something changes, is there a place to stay that you might suggest in town?
Well, how about this? Since you've been so good here with me. And he starts digging around. He's like, here, he gives you, he's like, you take that down to the sleepy logger. And that they'll be able to get you a bit of a discount on a night's stay.
Oh, that's very kind of
Thank
you.
I save these for when I have funeral homes come to pick things up. Some of them like to do it personally, but yeah, it's nothing.
Well, that's much appreciated. And again, if you think of anything, I guess that's where you can find us or find out where we might be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Did we
Okay.
get contact information or an address for Jacob Johnson?
He doesn't. He
I
didn't.
don't
that,
have
did
any.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have, okay.
I didn't know.
Did you put him up in a hotel as well? Did you give him that discount?
No, he just was
He
in
just
for the
came
day.
and gone.
He seemed to be in a hurry.
Okay.
At this point, he calls back and he tells his apprentice, he's like, "Hey, by the way, it's time you can go home now. Don't worry, I'm leaving soon anyways."
Okay. Yeah, I think we can bow
Yeah.
out at this point. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you. We'll be on our way.
Yeah, well, I'll step out with you anyways. And he steps out and he locks up the door. He's like, "Don't worry, Crystal can take care of herself. She has friends that she goes and plays with, and that's probably where she's run off to." Yeah, he points down the road. He says, "If you go down this way, take your first right, second left. You can't miss it. Big inn, triangular shape. Sleepy Logger." But yeah, have fun. You're welcome to look around the town, I guess. I'm here if you need me tomorrow morning. Locks the door and he walks off. You can tell he lives in a town where there's not a lot of crime. He's not too worried about you guys doing anything to his place. He just leaves.
Cool. And it's kind of getting to the point in the evening where a lot of businesses are closing up.
It's getting there.
Except for the
So
later
he obviously isn't open for extended hours during the
Right.
day. It's probably maybe 2:30.
Oh, 2:30.
Right? So,
Okay.
Oh.
yeah.
Well, before we go to the Sleepy Logger, I'm just trying to think where we could ask about this Jacob Johnson, where he might have stopped. I mean, he might have stopped at the Sleepy Logger for all we know. Is there like a general store?
There probably is.
Yeah. Maybe we should try that if he picked up any supplies and then go to the inn and check in there.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all I've got so far.
All right. So, as you guys turn to leave, and go to leave, you can see there's obviously like a shed and some other things where the guy must store some of his things. And at that point, as you go to leave, you see the cat.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the cat is back.
I want to talk to it.
You go.
Of course
So
you
you go up
do.
to it. It's at this point that you notice there's something awfully wrong with the cat.
Oh no.
As looking at it,
Poor
you see where it once had two eyes, there is now one large central eye. And instead of a cat slit, it almost goes like a cross, like a plus symbol, but
Oh.
bowing out like that. Its fangs
Oh.
have distended, and it begins to more scream at you than anything.
Oh my.
There is a squelching sound as
I don't like those
it twists to its side, and bursting from its side come two tentacles on both sides. It screeches and it runs past you, and it literally jumps through a window.
Oh, I had
Of
my
the
book
shop.
open to speak with animals for 10 minutes now.
Is Val still nearby, or is he gone?
He's gone.
Shoot.
By jump through a window, do you mean
Like,
like shatters?
Shatters
Okay.
the window.
Not like teleports
And you
through.
hear it like banging around and creating a ruckus inside, screaming the entire time.
Can I still use it?
What is the range on it?
I don't.
I think
Self.
I just have to hear you.
It just says
Yeah.
range self. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. So you cast on yourself and then you can use it. So they just
Yeah.
have to be able to hear
She
you.
can comprehend. She can comprehend
You
as
can
well.
And it
as
works for 10
comprehend it.
minutes, it says.
Okay. So that's what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast it on yourself, and the shrieking, yowling, screaming suddenly changes to words.
Ooh, what's it saying?
The words are pain, pain, burning. It knows, it knows. It is coming.
I translate.
Okay, that's enough of that. Mona.
You don't want me to translate this for you? I think it's important.
There's a large crash inside the building.
And Val's already gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
All right,
gone,
I
okay.
think we have to go in there.
Yes, we do.
I can speak with it too. Does it understand
Oh.
me?
It can understand you, yes.
How big is the hole in the window? Can we climb through that, or should we try to pick the lock on the
You
door?
would probably have to break out more of the glass to do so, should you want to.
I'll try picking the lock on the door.
Okay.
I don't want to break.
All right.
stuff.
The window's already shattered. Cleaning out the rest of the glasses.
Maybe some of it's salvageable. I don't know.
I can just fix it after. I can just mend it.
Can you mend a whole window?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Right?
I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't know how
you'd have to
magic
look at
works.
mending. You'd have to look it up. I'm not sure if it's changed at all. But
I'm not waiting to pick the lock. I'm
Oh.
going through the
It
window.
repairs a single break or tear in an
Yeah.
object.
there
Okay,
you
yeah,
go.
I will try to. I'm gonna try to unpick the lock quickly.
Okay. And
I'm just
we
yelling
will
at it while I'm
pause
waiting.
there to take our break. All right, and we are back from our break. Before we jump back into it, we just want to say that you can always find the music we're using from Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. That's who we use. Amazing music. Love it. It's given us some really good spooky vibes and some chill vibes now and again. And also, the minis, which you're about to see us use, they were from Hero Forge, and we printed them using Banana for Scale 3D printing. You can find them on Facebook, and that's Banana for Scale 3D printing services. And if you give them the code MindPlayed20, you can get 20% off of any of your prints. Again, that's MindPlayed 20 for 20% off. All right. Okay. So I need to make some adjustments to our little house here. We're gonna knock some stuff over.
Bad kitty.
Create some problems here. And ooh,
Is that
a statue?
Oh, it's a statue. I
It's
was
a
like,
statue.
is that a person?
Yeah, it's
The cat just...
just a dead person.
Yeah, it's The
And then
Apprentice.
I'll do that, and there we go.
Wait, was it the building that we were in that it ran
Yes.
into?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not catch that. Okay.
Aha, yes, that is where it ran into.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If there's a bed and everything, why did he lock up and move somewhere else?
He didn't move. He just said he had to leave for the night.
At 2:30.
That doesn't mean he's not. Yeah, it's or not the night, but like leave for the afternoon. That doesn't mean he doesn't come back later in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
But
was
this is
just
where he
heading out.
lives.
So, as far as you can tell, yes.
Yeah, I guess we don't really know. We also don't actually know there's beds in there.
Oh, that's true.
That's called metagaming.
You're right.
Metagaming 101. So, okay, we wanted to start with a picking of the lock, did we?
Yes, I'm gonna try.
I'm not waiting for that. I'm going through the window.
Okay, well, while you climb through the window, he's gonna try and pick the lock.
I'm gonna
We'll
try
see
to
who
pick
gets in first.
And I'm just yelling at the
Hey!
cat, like,
That's a
it's
21.
gonna be
Pretty sure
okay.
he beats you. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so you go in through the window, and let's put your. So unfortunately, we don't have our characters painted. We just got them. Yet. And in Canada, where we live, it's really hard to prime minis outside at this time of year. We're finding ourselves a heated garage to do this. So you bust in through the window.
Do the windows actually open?
No, these ones don't. The doors do actually.
Shove her in.
Here, if you guys don't mind putting you guys by the door. All right.
Where's
So,
the kitty cat?
The room is in utter chaos from
Right, I guess we're
when you
actually
last
inside.
saw it. Yes. Okay. It is in chaos. It's fairly destroyed.
Oh man.
And you, what do you do?
Find that cat.
Yeah.
It's silent as you enter.
Can you speak cat to it more?
It hasn't been 10 minutes yet, right?
No, it hasn't been
We
10
just
minutes.
came in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just yelling like, "Hey, it's gonna be okay. We're here to help you."
Okay.
Like, what knows? What are you talking about?
And we're just hearing you be like, meow, meow,
Is that actually how that works? Am I suddenly
It depends
speaking
on your
cat?
flavor. Is that how you would like it to work?
Sure.
Perfect. Okay. So, there is no response.
Dang it.
I guess it's time to sneakily look around. I
Yeah.
don't want to be
Yeah.
surprised by this scary thing.
I'm gonna pull Georgie out of my pocket and tell him to let me know if anything comes, like anything moves.
Okay.
That's what he's on the lookout for. Is like if anybody comes through the door, or like he's just kind of watching out for.
So
Movement,
you're just holding him in
creatures.
your hand?
No, I'm letting him fly around.
Okay.
Bait. A good idea. Penelope.
No! I'm not too cow.
That's how Georgie was the first casualty. Well,
I would cry so hard.
he does have stats, does he
He
not?
does, yeah.
Oh.
And he also has rules for getting repaired, so
Oh.
I could fix him if he dies, but
I think he might have more health than I do.
he has 15.
Okay, no, he doesn't.
Oh boy.
Thank goodness I balanced that a little bit at least.
Yeah, I mean he's a solid metal object,
Yeah.
so okay. How do you explore? Tell me what you do.
Well, I am going to try and do it kind of sneakily. I don't
Okay.
want to be like surprised by something, so I'm just going to be like kind of hunched over a little bit, creeping around, trying to keep a very good eye out for anything that might be hiding under a overturned something or nook or cranny.
What about the two of you?
I'd like to follow the path of most broken furniture. So I'll kind of like go that way, I guess, like along that kind of
Yep.
Okay.
path. And I'm looking, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Movement.
Something out of the ordinary movement.
Yeah, I'll look
I'm-
for movement.
Okay.
I'm looking for any evidence of the cat left the building. Like, is there
That's-
another broken window? Is there a
Mhm.
passageway? Is there an open door?
All right. And are you two trying to move stealthily as well?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow
Okay.
suit, yeah.
Everyone make me a stealth check.
Can I use the white dice this
Oh
time?
no.
What the heck?
I should switch dice. It's not working for me.
I just tried switching dice and it's still not working for me. It's me, I'm the problem.
I keep alternating and it hasn't made any sense. 16.
11.
Where is stealth? Oh, right there.
16?
16, yeah.
5.
Okay. Who's taking point?
Probably
Oh,
Draven.
shoot.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, Draven, you're going along, and you glide across the floor as if you were a ghost. However, behind you, crunch, crunch, crunch on the broken glass come your two companions.
Sorry.
footing. Searching through the front area, the front of the shop, there's not really anything that you can see, but you can see that the chaos continues further in back into the shop, right?
Just will carry on.
Okay. Now, do you stay right behind Draven? Do you two, or like how do you do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay close.
I'm
Okay.
fine with wandering off.
Okay.
I wander a little
Are you
bit.
continuing to try and talk to this kitty?
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you talking back?
No.
Okay.
You notice that all three doors, interior doors there, are open.
That doesn't help. I'm looking for any door.
One of them is just completely open. This one. The far one looks like it's been damaged. And this one also looks like it was blown completely open.
I
I mean, we're close to this one. Might as well peek in there first.
Okay, so you go into the small room, just to your left there. Going in there, nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I want all of you to make a perception check.
including Georgie.
Sure.
Georgie gets advantage. Oh my gosh. Georgie's dice. This one's mine. Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, I did really bad.
Georgie, 16.
I'm the worst
20 for
investigator.
me.
Ooh.
5.
5. Okay. So, you're terrified. No.
Not helping.
You aren't hearing what's going on. You got 16 or Georgie got?
Georgie got 16. I got 3.
Oh, you did even worse than her. So
That's impressive.
yes.
I know, right?
Draven hears it first. Georgie scampers off in that direction second. There are sounds coming from the master bedroom.
Okay.
This door?
Yes.
I'll go take a peek inside, because that door's wide open, right?
Yep. Okay, so you take a peek inside. The sounds seem to be coming from under the bed.
Of course. Right, I'm gonna tell these two very quietly. Something under the bed.
Okay. All right. What do you do? How do you approach this?
Send Mara in.
Let's go talk
I
to
go.
it.
Yeah, she's still talking.
I try to treat it like it's a little child in hopes that will help me. So
How close do you get to the bed?
I'm staying a little ways back, so like where that big
Like
crack
15
is.
feet. This
Sure.
is 10 feet right here.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I get down on my hands and knees to try
Are
to
you still
look
on
at
shoulder?
it, and I'm just talking to it as if it's a scared kid. So I'm like, hey, it's okay. Like, we're here to help you and to figure this out. I really need you to tell me what's going on.
There is a moan. You guys hear a bit of a garbled yowl. A moan of pain. A moan of, it hurts. The pain.
Where?
It knows.
What knows?
It.
What's it?
I don't understand, is all it says. And at that moment, you can all roll for initiative.
Ooh,
12.
that's what I like to see.
Oh my gosh.
My
14.
die just about landed on a 5, but then like
7.
bounced back onto the 13.
Oh, does that mean I start?
I'm at 18.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. You start.
Okay, you're in 18.
Yep.
And
Your initiative's +5?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Okay, what was yours, Mara?
14.
Okay, and
7.
7 for Penelope. Okay, all right, Draven. The yowls. By the way, I should say after it says "I don't understand," everything that comes out is unintelligible at that point.
Has my 10 minutes run up, or is it just
It doesn't make any sense anymore.
right on?
In fact, I want you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no.
Just me? Or
Yes.
oh no. What is it? 6 plus what?
So
this
your
one?
saving
Yep,
throws.
saving throws.
8.
An 8. All right. The
Not very
words that it utters, you can't comprehend them properly. You take 5 psychic damage as they physically hurt your mind.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. How do I do that? Okay.
So just go up to where your health points are.
Okay.
Top right corner. And then just, you hit the minus. To get rid of 5.
Oh, there's
And
not
just
like
hit-
different types of.
No,
They all just
they
go
don't really
together.
matter for us. They matter more for enemies.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
different
more
types
for
of damage.
enemies and sometimes
Some
some
that
resistance.
Yeah, if you have like a fancy suit of armor or a spell that's giving you resistance to something, then
Ah.
Mhm.
Or
Do they
like
notice they
an
see
ability.
that this hurt me?
Oh, they'd watch you wince. Yes. Yes. You might even cry out. I don't know. That's up to you. However, Draven, what do you do first? I should say the cries are becoming garbled and guttural, more guttural, I should say, and terrible. And the bed is beginning to shake.
Can I, there's not really mechanics for this, so you could tell me if it's a no or not.
Mhm.
I just want to go kind of in front of Mara and put my hand out and like push her back
Okay.
and back us both up just like 5 or 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I
Yeah.
load my hand crossbow and point it at the bed and just ready.
Okay,
an
you're ready
action.
in action
Yeah,
for?
for it to pop out or come at us. Or,
Okay.
or whatever. For it to approach aggressively.
If it appears, essentially, you want to take a shot at it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can do that. I will exchange the two of you here. I will
Perfect.
put her
Yeah,
back
that
and you
works.
here. Like that? That
Appreciate
works?
it.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's at that moment the bed flies a few feet, flipping over completely, as no longer standing there or under it is what was a cat, but a horrific creature with tentacles and teeth and eyes protruding from it. And you have a ready to action, so you get to take a shot.
Okay. Firing the crossbow.
Yes!
Natural 20.
Unfortunately, I don't get any sneak
No
attack
sneak
on it.
attack on that.
That's a shame. I will get 2d6s. Yeah, 8.
8 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you fire the crossbow into the masses of wriggling tentacles. It screeches in this otherworldly voice, and then it lunges at you. All right. It comes running over, and it's going to make an attack as on these tentacles are like barbs and hooks, right? They lash out at you. And tell me, does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
It does not. Okay. And it misses again. So you manage to get out of the way as it does that. It is now Mara's turn.
Quick question.
Yes.
So I was equipped with a dagger and a short bow, but I have 2 daggers. Can I switch out? Like, does that? How does that work?
You can.
Is that my
You
interaction?
can switch. Yeah, that would
that I
be an
can do?
interaction with an item, and
Okay.
then you can still take your
I
action
can still do my
to
turn.
use it.
Okay, so I switch out to have 2 daggers because he's right here.
Okay.
And then. Sorry, I will get faster
It's
at
alright,
this
yeah.
in time.
No, you're good.
Um,
Learning. New.
Yeah. Because I think there was something about how I could use
You can
can't
use both of them.
right?
So
Yes.
one would be your attack action, and you can
Okay.
do the second as your bonus action.
'Kay.
But on the second one, you don't get any bonus to your damage.
Gotcha.
So you know how you get a +2.
Yeah.
Normally you just wouldn't get plus anything. You just roll it.
Okay,
And what you
so
get.
that's what I do. I'm
Okay.
swatting at this thing.
Good.
Roll your d20 to see if you hit.
Yeah, for what? They're your first attack. Oh,
Oh,
d20. yeah.
d20, so your
That's,
white one there.
D20.
That good
Yeah.
because I rolled a 1.
Where's the
Where's the
shimmery one?
purple one?
Oh, it's all the way.
Oh yes, that's the one I want.
Okay, that
Yeah,
plus
that's much better.
22.
22. So you hit. Now you roll for damage.
So
So it was a
that's
d4, the little
4.
pyramid. Yeah.
4 plus 2, so 6.
Nice. 6 damage.
Nice damage.
Right. Now you can roll to hit again.
Yeah, for your second bonus action attack.
So that do I still have the 4
Yeah, you
there?
still get the
So
2 hit
15.
bonus.
15, you hit.
Yeah.
And then this one's just a straight roll. There's no bonus to it.
4.
Oh
And
my
four
gosh,
damage.
that's
You're
a great
welcome.
D4.
Wow. That was a
Killing it.
mighty attack there.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
My dice have
Penelope.
sucked up until this point.
All right.
Well, this is when you want them to not suck.
Yeah.
Pull out an aquim canister attached to my rapier and
Ooh,
hit.
there we go.
I think 21 hits. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So
You're using an aquarium canister with this?
I am using an
Okay.
aquim canister with
Propelling your strike.
this. Yes. So it's my usual. So 9 piercing damage and 1 force damage.
Very nice.
So 10 in total. Very good. Okay. All right. It is back to the top of the round. Draven.
Okay, can I just scoot through.
Oh, by the way, how did you? You'd have to. You would have had to come around on rough terrain to get to there. I'll let
Okay.
you do that, but you're balancing on the bed. Okay.
All right.
Can I just squeeze through around Mara?
Yes.
To the side of it there?
Yep.
Yeah, just so we can kind of free up some more space.
Okay.
And then I'm just switching to my scimitar. So I'll just quickly stow my hand crossbow on my belt again and then pull the scimitar off my back, and I'm just going for a slash at it.
Mm-hmm.
So... Oh, yeah, that's a 20.
Ooh, that
Hit.
hits.
It's 4 damage.
4 damage.
But I can make the extra attack. I can make a second attack as this action instead of bonus action.
Okay.
So I will do that.
Did you critically hit again?
Yeah,
You did.
I did. And with a
You
different
really
die.
did.
With a different die.
Oh my
Oh, and
God.
guess what? I didn't do my sneak attack on the last
No, you didn't.
attack. So can I do it now?
You get it now.
I
yeah.
honestly didn't do that
You
intentionally.
did?
I just
yeah,
forgot.
It just happened.
Okay, so now I can do a crit with sneak attack. So I get 2d6s for the scimitar.
Yup.
And then my sneak attack is currently 2d6, so it'd be 4d6.
4d6.
So I get to roll 66.
66. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's not too bad. That's 10.
So remind me what a critical hit.
A critical
The
hit doubles
difference.
all your dice, and it
Doubles.
hits
11.
no matter what.
That's 14 damage.
So, like, you know how you add
Oh.
your bonuses? If you
Yeah,
rolled
yeah.
a 20, you got a plus where you get
Plus
24.
3
Yeah.
here.
If it has an armor
10,
class of 30, you
21.
still
Doesn't
hit.
matter.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome.
Yeah, I for whatever reason I made those 10s 5s, which is not true. You're right, it's 21. So it's actually 24.
24
Yeah,
damage.
thank you.
So,
Alright.
so
I
you
don't
know,
know why I
just,
was mathing
just,
like that.
just 24 damage at level 3.
Yeah.
That's all.
No big deal.
That's impressive.
And can you believe I still have a bonus action?
Oh my gosh, now what do you do?
I guess I can't do that as a bonus action. For whatever reason in my mind, rogues used to be able to do a dodge as a cunning action, but that's probably not true.
Mm.
So I actually might not have a bonus action I want to use.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll just stay there. There's no reason for me to run away right now.
Okay. Upon getting hit like this, all of the creature's eyes turn and look at you. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious.
14.
Ooh, you take 10 psychic damage as it pierces your mind with visions of things you've never seen before. So, go ahead, take that 10.
I did. And it hurt.
Yes.
Draven will probably drop his weapon from its ready stance and just start like shrieking.
All right, and it makes a swing at you from behind with one of its tentacles. Probably doesn't hit you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, all right. It is Mara's turn. I guess I should have. Hold on. I guess I should have rolled on that thing here instead of just telling you you took the damage. 1 second.
Oh, sure.
I didn't roll. I've been rolling. Okay, you take 6 psychic damage.
Okay. So you told me 10.
So add
So I'll get
4.
4.
Add 4 back. Yeah.
There was. This is out of character. You mentioned last time that there's like a thing that you say if it's at halfway.
Oh,
Huh?
yes. He says it's bloodied.
Bloodied.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
not bloodied yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
You got any
I'll
big
figure
hidden
out-
spells? Or
Yeah,
anything like
I
that?
don't.
No.
No, I have useless magic.
Great.
It's not useless. It's just not great in combat.
It's very like utilitarian magic.
And yeah. Yep. I knew that when I made the character too, but I knew what magic
Sorry,
she
you can always
would
swap
focus
out
on.
a spell when we level up.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing Draven did to me. So I will go like step in front of him while he's struggling.
Ooh. It will get what's called an opportunity attack against
Oh,
one of
while
you
I
if you're going to
move.
oppose yourself between it.
I'm still gonna do it. That's what Mara
Okay.
would do.
It will attack you. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot.
So it rakes you with its claws, and you take 4 slashing damage
Ooh.
as it gets you. Okay. All right, and then what do you do?
Go at it with my daggers again.
So I'm just gonna push Draven back. Okay, go ahead.
20.
20. You hit.
Well, like natural 20.
So that- yeah.
Natural 20.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
time. Look at us
Oh
critting
my
tonight.
goodness, you
So
guys.
when you do a crit, you just take all the dice that you would normally roll and double them. So you would normally roll your d4, just roll it twice.
Okay.
So that's a 2.
And does it double the plus on it
Yeah,
too?
yeah. So you
So
hold
this-
on to that
not
number.
the plus on it.
Yeah, not the
Oh,
addition.
okay.
So hold
So-
on to that number, roll it again,
Okay.
and then add that to what you
4.
just
4, so 6.
6, and then
And
add
then
your
add my
modifier. Yeah,
plus
which I
2.
think was +2, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So 8 damage.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Cool.
That
Which was the total you
does
did last time.
leave it bloodied.
Oh yay. Oh thank
Nice.
goodness.
Okay, and you can attack again, right? Because you're
Yes,
using a
I'm
finesse
doing
weapon.
my. Yeah.
Poor kitty.
Oh. That's only a. Oh, it was a 7.
If you go to your actions.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, plus 4, so 11. That's what I got last time, right?
No.
No.
You missed. So,
Dang it.
okay.
I'm trying to be hopeful here.
That'll be your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Can
slash
Georgie
it.
attack?
Not yet. I have to upgrade him before he can.
Okay.
Oh, is that true? Is that true?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. I don't remember.
Sounds
Because I
sounds
thought
about right.
that
There's a bigger thing you can build that can attack right away, I think. But
I don't know. I think I'm just trying to remember how I wrote it, and I think he technically gets his own turn,
Yes.
and then you can use a bonus action to command him to do something. Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'd have to read.
But he doesn't have.
Sorry,
He
I don't have
enjoys
the rules.
building
He
a
doesn't
class.
get anything that can actually do damage until I upgrade him.
Is
Yeah.
that true?
Okay. So what do you do?
Let me have a look at this.
My rapier. 16
That hits.
hits. Okay. 5 plus 2, 7 damage.
7 damage. All right then. Okay, cool. All right. It is Draven's turn. What do you do?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at Bakery Architect. Okay, recovering from my mental anguish, I will just fall in right beside Mara. Push her out of the way. No, I'm just kidding.
We just keep pushing each other.
Stop! Yeah.
Would you stop with the head? Slice
Uh,
it there.
Yeah, I'll just use my scimitar again. Oh. It was almost a 6, but then it was a 16. 21.
That hits.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah. So
Sneak
that's
attack.
9 damage. Oh, and sneak attack. Thank you. Which is an extra 5, so 14.
14 damage, huh?
Nice.
All right. Very good.
And then
okay.
second hit. 12.
Does not hit. So you swipe in, and it's as if you go to hit it, but with the wriggling masses, you can't purchase on any way. Like, you can't find purchase with your blade. It will make a swipe at you, and does a 15 hit?
Me, yes.
It does. Okay. You take 7 slashing damage, and then Mara, does a 15 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. It does 4 slashing damage to you.
Yikes.
So it essentially it just like extends its tentacles out and starts just thrashing about the room, catching both of you. And it is now your turn.
What happens if I hit 0? Am I dead?
You don't immediately die. You start making
You can
death
do that
saving
before
throws.
enhanced
They're
recall.
called.
Oh boy.
Enhanced weapon starts
Let's
there.
die on our 3rd
Oh.
session.
Yeah, it just gets better when you level them up. I think. You can do more. No? Oh, he doesn't have a ranged attack. Yes, he gets a ranged
Casting spell.
so he can do a.
I don't know
like
that
a
I have
melee
any
attack with
knives.
knives and force
Yeah, I'm
blast.
just
Yes,
attacking
you're
with
right,
them.
Frank.
I should write that down.
Yeah.
So a miss.
It's
And-
a 1.
It's a 1. Okay, so that's a critical miss.
Yeah.
You go to hit it,
Yeah.
and what happens is you get caught by one of its tentacles and you fall
It acts on
prone
its own.
on the floor.
Do I get my bonus swipe?
can you
or
attack while prone,
use it.
Tim?
Can you attack while prone? I think so. I think
Yes,
you just have
okay.
maybe
At
you have
disadvantage, you can
I'm
attack. So
guessing.
roll your d20 twice, take the lower
the
number.
lower number?
Sorry,
So
yes, that
20
was,
both times. Okay. That was a 5, and that's a 17. So 5 plus 4.
You
So-
miss.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Penelope's turn. Penelope.
Okay.
Sorry, we were just figuring out some rules. And
About the egg.
yes, indeed, Georgie does
He
have.
actually can attack.
He does have a little
Oh.
attack he
And
can
he
do.
gets his own initiative.
Yes.
So I'm going to roll his initiative.
Okay, what do you get?
13.
Okay, all right. He goes just before you.
Okay. So, yeah, he's going to do his Force Blast.
Oh, with some Aquium.
Yep. So he gets a 23.
That hits.
Good job, Georgie.
That mouse is the bane of my existence.
And he does
Wow, he does max
9 damage.
9 damage?
Yes.
So
I love
essentially,
this now.
with all of the wriggling going on, I see Georgie like goes under the tentacles and just up
Yeah.
into the central mass.
I like
of
to
this
think
thing.
that he's just like got his little helicopter going and he's just flying through the air and just comes over and is just like.
Okay,
So
all right, your
that
turn.
was Georgie's turn.
Okay.
And for my turn, I'm going to just use my rapier, I guess.
Okay,
16 plus 4 is 20.
that hits.
Good. Do I want to add Nacum? I'm going to use the Nacum canister on this one. Okay, so 7 piercing and 3 force.
So 10.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Things not looking too hot. Draven, your turn.
Okay, I'm going at it with the scimitar again.
All right.
Old Faithful. Oh, that's a 9.
9.
Yes, piercing 6. 14.
You barely miss as you swing, and it just it hits your scimitar off to the side.
Okay,
Okay.
second attack. This is the offhand one, so it's not as... it's 16.
Ooh, that hits.
Okay.
You get 2 attacks because you have a light weapon.
It's with Nick.
Oh, Nick.
When you
that's
make the
right.
extra attack of the
Yes.
light weapon, you use it as part of the attack instead of a bonus action.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so since the scimitar is light, I can do 2 hits with it.
Just 2.
That's just 2.
Just
yeah.
2 damage.
But I suppose it's sneak attack because I can still do that once.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Unless there's a rule saying you can't use sneak attack on like Nick or one of those new things, but I have not read that rule if there is.
If you're using a finesse weapon and you have to use a finesse weapon and then you have to have an ally within 5 feet or have advantage.
So you're good.
And I think those are the only
Yeah.
criteria. So that's an extra 7.
Yeah. Extra 7, so 9 damage. All right. Okay. Okay. It's going to turn its eyes on you, and then you give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's probably not gonna. Oh, I do. Oh,
Oh, nice.
22.
Yeah.
A 22.
Yeah.
All right. You feel as it tries to invade your mind,
Mm-hmm.
but it does not succeed. You manage to push it out barely, and then it's going to take a swing at you. With the tentacles. 14.
That does hit me.
That does hit.
Mhm.
Okay, you take. Let's roll in the box. Ooh! You take 8 slashing damage
Okay.
as it gets you.
I don't like it when the DM makes a hoarse whinnying noise while rolling.
It is Mara's turn.
Okay.
I'm just going at it again with
Oh,
my
God.
with
Better
my
be careful
dice.
in there.
Oh no, I'm gonna die. 15.
That hits.
Ooh.
Four
No, wait,
damage.
yeah, Yeah.
Okay, plus
that was 2.
It's
Okay,
no, it's
yeah.
2 plus.
Okay, so
Yeah.
4. All right. Okay.
Oh, that one misses.
Okay.
No. Yeah, that one's a 14. And 14 missed, right?
14 does
No,
miss.
that was a 13. I'm bad at math.
Okay.
That's
All right. Georgie's.
Georgie! He's just gonna be like flying around in the little helicopter again. And. Oh! 6.
That misses completely.
He misses very badly.
Your turn.
It is my turn. Do my fellow party members seem to be feeling okay, or do they look really bad?
I'm probably
I look
a
like this.
swat away from dying.
The cool one.
Okay.
Oh, you're
And I
doing
think Mara
fine.
is
You're
worse than
doing
that. I think she's
I'm
single
at
digit.
8.
Yeah.
All right. Can I throw my vitality serums?
You
The
could
liquid
not
just
really-
has to touch the skin.
Huh? Oh, there you go.
I wrote them that way intentionally. Remember when we were talking about the
That's
Baldur's
right.
Gate
That's
3 hack where you
Yes.
could throw health potions at people?
That's
and
right, yes.
When that, I don't think that works anymore.
What if it
but
splashes?
It did work
If
for
it splashes and it hits that creature?
Ooh,
good point.
That is a good point. You better make a dex check on that. Its tentacles are going all over. DC 15.
Oh, you could probably get tomorrow. You'd stay within its range. You could just hop down from the bed and go around.
That's much smarter.
Okay. Give
Yes.
me an athletics check to not stumble across the bed with its tentacles.
And fall
going.
on top of the creature.
Okay, fine.
DC
Wait.
10.
Oh, athletics?
Yep.
No.
Two. I guess I could have given you acrobatics, but oh well, I said athletics. So
That would've
been
you
that.
trip
Would've
and you fall prone. And you're
Okay.
not going to be able to use the thing.
Well, I'm like what, laying on the ground over here?
I guess, yeah. So you're going to have you could still chuck it,
Yeah.
but
I'm closer to her now.
yeah, but you're on the ground.
I could roll it across the ground. That's way better than chucking it across the monster in
Can
the
she
air.
still do stuff? Because it's half the movement to get up, right?
It's that's true. You could stand up
Because you probably, used 5
because you would have
feet?
used 10 feet because it
10
was
feet.
rough terrain.
Yeah. Did I
Um,
take any fall damage?
And then you fell, and it takes half of your movement to get up.
Okay.
No, you didn't take any fall.
So you could go 5 feet.
So I just did a big awkward stumble. But I can go another 5 feet?
Yeah, I think so. Your movement's 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm close enough. I think I can chuck it to her safely.
You can do a dex check. I won't make you do disadvantage for that.
All right.
Just straight dex.
Yeah.
Like d20 plus dex. Okay.
Oh,
11?
yeah.
Well, considering
closer now.
considering you're closer, I was thinking a DC of 10, so you're
Okay.
okay. And I'm not
So-
going easy on you. That is what I had in my head. So
I chuck this vitality serum at you, and you get 5 health back.
Ooh, thank
Nice.
you.
Okay, Draven.
I'm just doing the same thing again.
Okay.
Let's make it a little fun this
Please.
time. And I'm just gonna take a step up onto the bed. And I'm gonna do a jump attack. With my
Give
Just
me an
because it's
athletics
gotta be the
check.
one that kills him.
If you're gonna be that creative,
Okay.
give me an athletics check.
That's not good. Very small. 13?
Oh, is it just 13 straight?
Yeah.
I don't get any bonus.
Okay, all right, great. So I will not make you do it with disadvantage. Do a standard attack.
Sweet. Just rolled the exact same number. But plus 5, so 18.
That hits.
Okay. And we're gonna do the sneak attack with it this time. 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay, so this thing watches you throw this thing, and as its eyes follow that, Draven comes up from behind, leaping and
Trying to get a little
into-
extra leverage.
right
on it.
into its central mass. You slay it
Yes.
as it slumps
Oh.
to the ground.
That's perfect. That was
So
killing
good.
it.
That's so good.
That
I look
was
at
awesome.
Pan and I go, and this is why I stay with him.
Or you could just not be here at all.
What's the fun
Go
of
live
that?
in your palace. Probably way more comfortable than here.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna pull my scimitar out and hop off the carcass. Does it do anything now that it's been killed?
No.
Is
it
there?
just lays
It doesn't
there.
revert or anything
No.
or dissolve like that other thing.
There's
No.
no trace of the cat.
Nope.
Oh, poor kitty. While we're in here doing this, I just want to send Georgie around the house and just make sure there's no more movement. And I just kind of toss him into the air. He flies away.
Okay. All right.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. So you do this. After a few moments, Georgie comes back. Everything is fine, right?
Okay.
And then you hear the back door open up.
Oh, Vale's gonna be so mad.
Like the door is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you hear this tiny gasp.
The little apprentice?
Crystal! It's Crystal!
Hello, is someone there?
Who's there?
Mara, you're good. Get out there.
Okay.
It's like Mara, like all scratched up.
She's looking a little better now.
We can explain.
What are you doing in my house?
Everything's okay now. Have you ever seen this thing before? Just come
the,
look
li-
at this.
the little thing goes around and is like, what is that?
I was hoping you could tell me.
We don't know.
Did it do all this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It did, and it was gonna do more, so we stopped it.
I believe it used to be your cat.
Mr. Fluffers?
I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Do you know how to find Vel?
My dad, he's probably downtown.
Do you think you could bring him here?
Yeah.
That would be good, thank
Please.
you.
Okay, yeah. She goes out the back door.
Bye, Katie.
All right. sit in
I would like
silence.
to examine the body.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise.
Looking for any evidence of what happened to this cat.
Upon close, well, actually, give me an investigation check, or perception. It would be perception.
Each of us.
Can
'cause
Can
we're
it be
all looking.
investigation? Fine. 8.
I really need to just learn my
Never mind.
stats. Wait, mine's okay.
Hot combat rolls, terrible.
Yep.
with
Mine's
other
okay,
Soon
but
as
I just
combat's
don't
done,
know.
I suck. So-
rolls. Would you like to help her find her?
I just
Yep.
can't. Okay, I just couldn't close out of that.
Oh yes, it
I
can
haven't
be a
used it
little
on an
finicky
iPad before.
on the- Yep.
You said perception.
Yep.
No, I think there's a separate. Oh, there you go. I don't know why that changed. We need to-
16.
Ooh, 16. Okay.
Nice.
So the two of you struggle to ascertain what this thing is. Upon closer inspection, you can see elements that this thing was somewhat of a cat. It almost looks like the tentacles themselves, like the claws on them are very cat-like, larger than they should be, but cat-like, right?
Okay.
There are areas where there's still a bit of fur, right?
This is what
And
I asked you
yes,
earlier.
yes,
I said,
just-
is there any
but-
trace of a cat?
Well, yeah, I said no, but this is like upon closer inspection.
Okay.
It's
Really
a massive
close.
tentacles.
While it's flailing, trying to kill you,
Yeah.
it didn't look anything like a cat. But now,
Exactly. Now upon that.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not much. It seems as if the very flesh of this thing is now this purpley, mutated octopus squid, tentacle thing.
Does it hurt when I touch it?
Do you touch the claw?
I touch like the flesh?
Oh, no, it doesn't sting you or anything.
Okay.
It's not like a jellyfish or something.
Can I specifically have a look at this and see if there's any like anatomical similarities to the thing we just killed in the sewers? Like that mutated thing.
Upon inspection, it bears no resemblance. There's no fleshy, like, sack like
Right.
that thing. And unlike the thing in the sewers, this seems to have been composed completely of living flesh. When the thing in the sewers, although it was pulsing and almost growing, the flesh still had that sickly, rotten look to it.
Right.
Okay. This is gross. What color is the blood?
The blood?
Yeah.
It's a dark purple.
Purple. Oh, that's creepy. All right.
Did
Well-
that thing get in your brain too?
While we wait,
It tried.
Draven's gonna straighten
Yeah, did
things.
you all take psychic damage?
No,
I did not.
she
Oh,
didn't.
but you two did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Draven's gonna just straighten up the room a little bit as we wait for
Okay.
whatever
Should we
his
straighten
name
up
is.
the rest of the house as well?
Wouldn't hurt to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Mara
would like
follows
to
suit and
help clean up as much as I can.
Yeah, the majority of the things are fairly easy to clean up. There's very little that's been completely broken. It's mostly just overturned, right?
Yeah.
anything that needs a quick mend.
The
Because I would.
windows.
I can't. I can mend one break.
Yeah, I'm sure
One
going
piece,
through you'd be
one
like, oh
crack.
look, this stool part broke, or
Yeah.
like the chair leg or something.
Yeah.
Yes, using
Yeah.
mending, you're able to actually fix up the majority of what goes on, right?
Good.
There's as you're at the front, fixing up some things, Vel walks in with Crystal, and he's like, "What is going on?"
Please come back here with us.
Okay. Crystal is trying to tell me that an octopus attacked my house. Like what kind of crazy sort of? And then he sees this mound of this thing. It's no octopus, right? And he's like, "Oh my." You were here when this happened.
This was Mr. Fluffers,
The cat?
the cat.
Yes, and I know it might be hard, but if you take a close look at it, you might be able to see some similarities to the cat.
I don't
Once
see
was.
any. He says.
Mara can point them out.
Look at his claws here and his fur. And
He's just like totally like wide-eyed, like what? How does this happen?
He burst through the window, tore the house apart, hid under the bed, and then transformed into this and attacked us. We tried to clean up as best we could.
I confess we broke into your house to try and stop this. We were standing outside trying to figure out what to do next after you'd left, and the cat went berserk, smashed in through the window and started wreaking havoc in the place. So we took it upon ourselves to do something, and this is what happened.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I can only imagine what might have been here if it was still here and Crystal had returned and you hadn't have been here. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not much. Can I pay for your stay at the inn?
Sure.
I mean, we didn't do it for the money, but we'd happily accept it.
It's okay. I understand, but please, it's the least I can do.
That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Can I ask you? You said the cat has been acting strange lately.
Yes.
When did that start?
About 9 weeks ago.
Does that correspond to the timeline of the casket at all?
The
Based on what we
caskets.
knew when it would have arrived at the...
Oh wait, hold on. Let me get this
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
12 weeks ago. It was a few months ago, but I say lately because for years it was a mild-mannered cat. I think I got my time right.
Does that line up with the flash?
The green flash.
And we acknowledge.
Yes, not to the day, but within like a couple weeks frame of reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans.
I was just.
Has the cat been anywhere out of the normal recently?
Not really. No. I mean, it's a cat. I don't know where it goes.
That's
But-
fair enough.
Has he been getting progressively grumpier, or has it just
Yes.
been like this?
Yeah, it was progressive.
Okay. I'm really sorry that we killed your cat.
Thank you. It's funny. Apparently, it was no longer my cat. Well, please, I'll pay for your rooms. You said you're staying for 2 days. Well, I have a
At
good
least.
relationship with the lady at the sleepy logger. Is that what I call it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you called it.
I'll pay for both nights.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and thank you.
Glad
Seriously,
we were here to help.
you have no idea how much this means to me. If I'd lost Crystal, you have no idea how much this means to me. So thank you. Please follow me. I'll go pay for it right now.
Oh, do you want us to help dispose of this at all?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Can I do like an insight check on that? I'm wondering. Crystal called him dad,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that he said like, if I lost, like,
I
I'm
didn't know
wondering
that
if
was
he's
something
lost
you could
somebody
do.
else.
You could do an insight check. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that was an option. I was also thinking like, he's
I
really-
did a really bad job.
Yeah, that's kind of like the go-to if someone says something and you're trying to be like, "Do you really
6.
mean that?"
A 6
Or
or something?
You
I'm
could,
afraid
you could
I don't
try
know
to
anything.
see if
You're
you
not
could
sure.
Okay.
do an insight
You just
check
know
there.
that obviously she means a lot to him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we'll help him.
Take it out, bury it.
Yeah, bury it, burn it, whatever he wants to do.
I would prefer burning it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burn it sounds great. It stinks.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
How's it taste?
I was, I was just thinking that. Is it edible?
You know, I didn't say I could. I said I couldn't pay you, but I didn't say I wouldn't feed you.
Waste not, want not. No, we're not
Right.
doing that.
With that, he takes you down to the sleepy logger. He pays for both your nights, and we will close there for tonight.
Sounds good.
All right. Once again, thank you everyone for watching The Parted Veil, an Eden Clave adventure. Special thanks to Cassie, Tim, and Cameron. And again, music we use is by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Make sure you look him up. And the minis we use are produced by Hero Forge, and they were printed by Banana 4-Scale 3D Printing Services. Look them up on Facebook. They're going to have a website really soon, and you'll be able to use that as well. And yeah, the little creature here.
And use our discount code for 20% off.
Yes,
printing.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank
that'll
you.
be on the screen in the
Mind
description.
Play 20.
wherever, yeah.
And yeah, this little thing is actually it's from Arena of the Planeswalkers. It's like an old, it's like a Heroscape remake
Oh,
kind of
okay,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyways, so a lot of fun.
Yeah. Also, Patreon.
Yes, we have a Patreon on the way. We're still ironing out some of the details. It will be in the comments of this, or not the comments, the description
box.
of this video. We are also looking at TikTok videos, so you can check us out on TikTok. We are working on that. It'll be under Twilight Enigma. Like, it'll be in the description of this video.
Yeah,
Yes.
all the important stuff will be there.
Yes. We decided we're going to start filming before perfection and just make it work. And
But by the time this is
Wait,
seen,
we'll get it.
We'll
Yeah,
be up.
we'll have it done.
And yeah, you can see us every week. We are going to post this. And am I missing anything?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
That's
if
it.
people are enjoying it,
Yeah, Discord,
please
Patreon.
subscribe
We'll
or
have it all.
Yes,
do whatever you're
please
supposed to
subscribe.
do.
like,
on-
follow, share.
yeah, all those good things,
All the
right?
cheesy
Leave
So-
a comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep watching so you can figure out what's going on with the undead, the cold, and weird mutant octopus monsters.
Yep.
All right.
All here. Yeah.
Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
See ya.